video for y'all today. I'm gonna let the cat out the bag right now. Only 2 dudes in this clip made sense. Everybody else, I don't know what the hell they got going on in their life, but the victim mentality is on superior. But before we get started, go ahead, like, why the fuck? Before we get started, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Let's push this video up in the algo. So the topic of the video is being fat or skinny is a choice. Now I'm gonna say this right now. They got people that they got gym goers, and then they have body positivity people on the other side. I'm gonna say this right now. The gym goers don't look like gym goers, but I guess they go to the gym. I'm gonna shout out the person that created the title because you are good. You're good. Because I was thinking when I see gym goers, I'm thinking of athletes, but why would I think that? Why would I think strong people are only at the gym? People that are big, people that want to slim down go to the gym. And I think that's what we have here. We have people that go to the gym. Not to say that they're not to say that they're fit, but they go to the gym. So they're on the side that I'm rooting for. They're on my side right now. They're the gym goers. And then we got the body positivity people. And we're gonna see, you're just gonna see how this unfolds, so let's go.
On this side, we have gym goers, and on this side, we have supporters of body acceptance. Being fat or skinny is a choice. We'll start by having people that agree come up now.
So I was a wrestler my whole life, constantly dieting my whole entire life. I mean, at this point now, I'm not wrestling anymore, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But I think it just comes down to the fact of it's just a calorie deficit. You want to consume less than what you're burning. Some people might have it easier. I'm not saying that, like some people might find it harder to lose weight, some people might find it easier.
In your experience with the wrestling thing, did you always lose weight when you went into a calorie deficit, or was it different each time?
100%, and it might have been, a little too extreme to where it got to the point where it might have been a little unhealthy. But, at the end of the day, I was losing weight, and it could have been because I had a better metabolism than some people. I could have had an easier route, but at the same time, I mean, anybody can lose weight if you just put your mind to it.
Okay, and what do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely a choice. Excluding all the rarities, thyroid conditions, things like that come up. In general, I definitely think that it's everyone's personal choice. Some people do have it harder. I myself, I have a really hard time gaining weight. Super easy for me to kind of drop weight, slim down. But if you're trying to pack on muscle, I feel like I'm eating nonstop constantly.
Yeah, I mean, how much are you eating per day? Is it a lot?
I don't count my calories. I just have a rule: if my stomach doesn't feel full, I have to eat.
Okay, fair. And how about you?
Yeah, no, I agree with the majority of what you've said. That you can change your diet and really control what your weight does. I've watched it happen with my own body over the course of my life. I shared my office with a nutritionist for a year and listened to him talk about things. And, it is very true. You can control that. And there are different genetic effects that can have a play on things, or different conditions that people might have, like you mentioned. But I think we have to also mention the way that our food system is structured right now. Our food system is designed to keep people unhealthy and to keep people fat and overweight, and to try and make people sick and put them into the medical system, where then they can fall into the insurance system. We have a system that is stacked against people being healthy. If you look at what people looked like with what they were eating when they ate whole foods, 7,500 years ago, maybe even less. I think it really started after World War II, when they learned how to prepackage foods with a bunch of preservatives to get at the front lines, and that changed the way that our processing of foods was done. And I think since that point, it's become the commoditization of the American people. I mean, we're essentially cattle being farmed for all of these different services to compound and rake us for money.
We're not cattle, we're capitalists. I'm glad that Mr. Longhair Don't Care agreed with most of the sentiment. I want to say is this: even if it is true, 175 years ago, after the war, they found out how to do preservatives, and then they started giving out to the public. Bro, you're talking about the era of time where all companies, from manufacturers to people that was cooking, stopped the production of civilization transportation just so we can go ahead and feed, finance, and shelter our warriors. The country stopped to help promote the military so we can go ahead and fight. So when they come back, of course we're gonna eat like crazy. Oh, come on, man, what you thought? Of course, but there's one thing, it's still about choice, my friend. It's still about choice. We chose to do that. Around that time, when the men came back from war, the obesity didn't start. So what happened?
Okay, and I think that's a good time to bring in the rest of us.
I think that there's, like you were saying, there's so many disadvantages and ways of privilege that some people don't have access to, like transportation, healthy foods. If they struggle with their mental health or physical health for any reason, they can't get access to the same kinds of foods to stay healthy or to stay thinner. Just for medical conditions, personally, I have POTS, which makes it hard for me to exercise, and also I need a lot of salt. And when I am thinner, it's harder for me to stay hydrated, so I pass out then. But all of those reasons, it's hard for me to believe that it is a choice.
Okay, can you kind of explain like what POTS is?
Yeah, POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And what that means is when your heart rate rises because your blood pools, and so then you pass out. But it's really important to stay super hydrated and have salt in your system to regulate your blood pressure.
Ma'am, I am sorry that you do have this uncurable disease, but I have one thing to tell you. I don't know why these people think that they have no access to anything. You can go outside, you can go out and walk. Now, I did look up her disease, and I do see that it is very hard for her to exercise. So, ma'am, what I would tell you is just try to eat less. Let's work on that and see how that works out for you. No, there is no way. If you are sick, there is no reason to add more onto your sickness by being overweight. Doesn't make any sense.
I also have a medical condition called PCOS, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it makes it difficult to lose weight as well. I'm not blaming me being a bigger gal over that by any means. Also, one thing I cannot control is how tall I am. I'm really short, and that's also a part of this body acceptance thing.
Ma'am, what does your height have to do with the amount of calories that you consume in a 24-hour period? Somebody please tell me what the hell this lady is talking about. We are not talking about the same thing. I don't even think she's on the right podcast. What are you talking about? Body positivity is accepting the things that you cannot change. Your height, you cannot change. You should like that. We get it. But your weight, madam, your weight does not correlate with body positivity. It's not good. Your body's shaped like that because you done ingested too many calories for your metabolic body burning system to burn it proficiently.
It's like, that is something that I can change with only one thing, and that's wearing heels. And it's not the most ideal way to live, but like, this is the body that I was born in, and the body that I'm so accepting of other people's bodies, but it's like accepting my own without changing so much about it. It's really difficult.
I think it all comes down to whether or not we have free will. In today's society, we don't have access to knowledge. And so a lot of us don't realize the foods that we're eating is bad.
How is somebody so beautiful, so dense? This beautiful woman, this beautiful sister, man, she just said, we do not have the access to knowledge. If everybody can please pull out your phones. If you look on your phone, you would see something that's called, wait, let me get it. The internet. Wait, hold on, wait. I got more. Then on the internet, you go on this URL, that bar, the URL, you type in Google Aid. When you go on Google Aid, you can just type how to or how is, what if, how are. Just ask Google a question. Knowledge. Goddamn, free. What if I don't have internet? Wi-Fi. What if I don't have Wi-Fi? McDonald's, Walmart, Target, these different places that have that free Wi-Fi, you can access it.
Whether or not you are eating healthy or you're eating like ramen noodles every day, we truly don't know what's in our foods. Unless you have that ability to break through that barrier of this is me, which a lot of people don't, especially in poverty. Like, we don't have access to therapy, stuff like that. Like, trauma can make a huge barrier between self-awareness and blaming the world. And so a lot of people just blame the world and they can't accept accountability, which could literally be impossible for them.
Accountability is impossible? Why I gotta be the sexy ones? Jesus.
If I have somebody that I have to rely on to buy all my food and supplies, then at that point, you don't really have a choice. It's not like an 8-year-old can petition for emancipation. I mean, he's kind of stuck under the guidance and values of his parents.
Yeah, that's true.
As an adult, I guess it's different, but yeah, definitely as young children and even the teenagers, it's not as much of a choice.
What else do you think makes it not a choice for them?
Gosh, I think of like when I'm like in front of really good food, and just being like a foodie in general, like trying different restaurants. Food is how I bond with people too. Like, it's in our society. You go to a restaurant, you eat as much food until you're so stuffed you can't eat anymore. And that is how I eat almost every day. And it feels like I don't have the free will anymore. It freaking controls me.
Somebody please help me understand what the hell she's talking about. If you have free will to consume wouldn't that mean, if you are overweight, don't you think that means you have too much free will? You probably need your will restricted and you'll probably lose some calories. How is this woman on the body positivity side, but then she said she has a problem? She said, I cannot control it. I have a problem. Why is a problem a positivity thing? What is going on? She says the food controls her. Why are you on the body positivity side if you have an illness? You are sick. This is not a healthy disease.
And to get up and have that same energy to go to the gym is really hard. Where I'm like, the easy thing is to do the, eating until I can't no more. And maybe that does make it a choice in a way, but I feel like I don't have the free will to make that choice.
That makes sense. Do you think a lot more people are feeling that like that too?
100%. Like, it's something that I can control. If I'm going to choose a salad, you bet I'm going to put a bunch of dressing on it to make it taste better. Or the burger just looks so good. Like, here, I absolutely am going to eat that compared to the salad. I don't feel like I have control over it, that it does not feel like a choice. It does also feel good. Like, the endorphins hit me and I'm
like, she is experiencing food porn right now on live TV. Well, it's not live, but she's food porn right now. She is orgasmically wet right now.
just like freaking dopamine high. I guess I could be addicted to crack. If my food is my addiction, which it is, I've wrote like long notes in my phone about how bad my food addiction is. Like, it doesn't feel like a choice. But there's no place to go, like food rehab.
Food hall! Food hall! Food hall!
Right? It's not treated the same. It's just you're fat and that's your choice. Get up, you lazy thing.
It's
Terrible.
the easiest coping mechanism.
Right.
Like, I remember having a bad day, like almost weekly. The thing was, I would go when it was a bad day and I would hit a Taco John's and grab, a big giant grilled stuffed burrito and the pound of potato Olays, a bunch of extra seasoning, because that was like the same feeling people describe of like having the cigarette when they've been craving it, kind of thing, of like just that release of like, okay, it just set that calm across your whole body, kind of thing.
Can I ask you three a question that disagreed?
Yeah.
Do you guys find that sometimes it's a lack of discipline?
Perfect question, Danger Dan. He got to be a firefighter. Like he just because of the mustache, he looks like somebody that fights fire. That's a good question to ask these people.
More so than a choice, which can sometimes enable you into making further bad choices. I find myself with those similar struggles on things outside of the gym. How do you guys feel about that?
There's a fine line between discipline and free will, and it all just comes down onto your neural pathways and whether or not you have the capability to rewire your brain to be like, okay, I can eat this. You know, you can have the Taco Bell.
This sexy caramel sister. Why does she speak? This woman just said the neural pathways. If you have the ability to change them. She wants to sound really smart, but you can't sound smart. You're just sexy. Just look sexy. Just look sexy. That's it. She's talking about people that doesn't have free will, but I bet you she has all the free will because she's fit and sexy. That's not really helpful. Like what are you contributing to the conversation? Like you need to look like these overweight people. You don't look anything like them. Are you really backing them up? Your neurological pathways. You're a slave. You're a slave. You are born to be a slave. So nobody has free will. And nobody can break out from free will. Some people will always be slaves. I guess. I don't know.
But you have to balance it out with something. Too much of anything is an addiction. If you're constantly eating healthy food, once you get a bite of, Thanksgiving turkey, you're going to overindulge. And I've experienced that myself.
Specifically with going to the gym, like that is a discipline that I highly admire in people like you. Truly. I tell myself I don't have the time. I'm doing other things. I'm working. I don't think I would have the dedication that it takes. Going to the gym is a choice. And you guys, I'm glad that you do, but it's also like not my thing. I've tried it before and I don't have the discipline to stay consistent with it. So I think that's a good point, Gabe.
Sure. Yeah, I think for me it comes down to discipline. I've been through the points in time in my life where, I've been what you would consider 1% as far as physical condition. And I know that at this point, it is a discipline thing. Last year, my wife and I did a 90-day challenge and I lost 50 pounds in 90 days. So I know if I make the choice to do the things, good things happen. So for me, I believe it is a discipline thing, but that it can very well be my privilege. It's not, I have the means to be able to do it if I want to, or choose not to. And like you said, food is a social thing for me. I have, just today, I had an all-you-can-eat buffet after a work event. I have at least 3 work meals every single week that are all-you-can-eat buffets, because that's our culture. Like I'm constantly working with people. It's just part of my job to ensuring other people having meals and enjoying themselves. And food is also like my art form. Like I have a commercial kitchen in my home because I just love to experiment with food, like making all kinds of homemade things. The pandemic was an awesome time because we got to make so many homemade things. I just love to deal with food. And so I've always had a problem with weight because, yeah.
I just think back to like access and like how you were talking about how sometimes there are folks that are privileged and can access those kinds of things. But for me and how I grew up, I know that like we didn't always have a ride to the food pantry, and even if we did, the food pantry doesn't offer nutritious food.
I beg to differ. I think you did have transportation. If you didn't have transportation, you would have walked. Your family would have walked, meaning that y'all would have been slimmer. I don't know about them, but you would have been slimmer, but then you have that disease. So what I would say for you, ma'am, like I said earlier in the video, you just need to eat less.
A lot of the times, also, not only transportation, there is that mental block. There's also physical blocks if you are differently abled and not able to make it to the gym or make it to the store. All of those things are really prevalent in the back of my mind because I've experienced a lot of those things. And so I think it's really important for me at least to remember where I come from and then also the privilege I have today to make more choices than I ever could
I totally get the access because it seems like healthy food is the most expensive anytime you go to the grocery store. And so, I mean, I totally understand the access point. I just want to go back. I mentioned before I wrestled my whole life. I was not a healthy eater. I mean, try telling a 13-year-old he can't have, you know, a cookie tonight or anything like that. And so, I mean, when I was going to high school too, for lunch, I was eating an Uncrustable and I'd always get like a chocolate chip cookie. And so, I mean, it's possible. Like I said before, as long as, you know, you're not, you're burning more calories than you consume, you're going to lose weight. So at the end of the day, I always think it's a choice. And it's not even like going to the gym. I mean, if you consume a lot of calories during the day and you're like, man, I'm stuffed, I need to go burn a couple calories, you could just go for a walk. I mean, go outside, go for a run, and you would lose weight.
You see? Right there. My man's right here. The one with the common sense. Thank you, bro. Don't got a gym, just go outside and walk. Outside is free. There's a ground everywhere. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, please push the like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.